TV.
The wild card for their team is certainly Stu. Who knows how he's going to respond? It seems that 5-6 years ago he was the one carrying Osku's bowling balls around, and now he's become one of the top 20 players in the world.
Stu's learned a lot over the last couple of years and has become a lot better bowler since he's been bowling on the PBA Tour and learned a lot of tricks and paid attention to a lot of stuff.
In the last 12 months I've won my first PBA title, the Viper Open, so that was pretty much a dream come true.
As the new guy, maybe he's supposed to be the weak link, but he could be their strongest player, or we might get a few gifts, but nobody really knows yet.
I have only played once. I came in as a late replacement in 2005 when we won. So I haven't lost in the Weber Cup, so that's pretty good.
Stu's the new one. We'll see how he handles the environment. I know he's got a lot of family and friends that are close by, and he'll probably have some people cheering for him, which will probably help him get through it. And he's a champion, so champions get through it. But those first couple games, hopefully he has a little nerves.
This year there's a change in the team. We changed Paul to Stuart Williams. Stuart, when he's doing good, he might be fun to watch. He'll be animated. He'll give the other team some trash.
Hopefully I can maybe strengthen the team a little bit and be the one who can go toe-to-toe with the Americans.
Their best bowler on this lane, anyway, and their kind of backbone of their team is Tommy Jones. You never know what Tommy's going to bowl, and you know it's not going to be bad. You don't know how high he's going to bowl. He's had a few 300s on this lane already.
I think he is the best closer of our generation. He's been bowling very well, and he's he's a little bit of the glue. He's the fun guy in the group, and he's the one that everybody kind of rallies around.
I feel like I've been bowling pretty good lately. I finished second in Cyprus, and I finished third in Vienna. So things are a lot better, finally healthy again, and looking forward to having a good rest of the year.
He's certainly the man they want to look to when they need a strike in the 10th frame. He's their go-to guy under pressure, I think. Me and Tommy can get into it a little bit with each other when we're on the lanes. I mean, I'd beaten him the first 2 times, and I beat him in one tournament on my rookie season. And for about the next year and a half, he told me that I'd cost him a PBA title because I beat him and then I lost in the next round. I put that right this year at the Masters because I beat him again, and then I think he got a bit more respect after that. But unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, Tommy beat me, so now we're 2-1. So hopefully that can continue a bit more from this week.
Possibly time to put one over on Mr. 300 Tommy Jones. You never know.
Well, that would be an extreme reversal of fortune, wouldn't it?
Well, Jones isn't going to stop striking if he can help it. Yeah, back in there. He's got to keep this game alive, because if Stu Williams unfortunately may have a split or an open frame, Jones will be straight back in there into the lead.
Well, 279 will beat most people, and that's what TJ will be keeping at the back of his mind.
Yeah, he's obviously hoping that Stuart's not going to keep striking like this, but everybody else in the Metrodome really wants him to. And I guess from a commentary point of view, we'd like to see him do as well as he can.
Very difficult to hide your allegiance, isn't it, at moments like this? Come on, Stuart. No, leaves the ring in 10. That was never coming back to the pocket with any conviction. Now then, this is where the mental game really starts, because he will be frustrated by that. He'll be infuriated by that. But there's still a game. There's still a point to win here. And he needs to just get that out of his thoughts and think about what is coming next. And what is coming next is what should be a straightforward 10-pin spare.
First one of the game. Makes it look easy, but under pressure.
Well, it was all looking so good for so long, but Stuart Williams in the end couldn't quite keep that run of strikes going, and we are back to all square. TJ definitely back in the battle now against Williams, who needed to bowl that maximum to shut him out, but that's no longer an option, so this point's still up for grabs.
Yes, once the 300s have gone, he can only do the next best thing, which is a 279. I mean, they can both do it, but Jones, again, slowing the game right down. Certainly won't be rushed, will he? It was a very big ball because it was frame number 9. It's the third strike in a row, and he's still on for that 279.
Backlift from Tommy Jones is immense. I mean, it is the very definition of the phrase cranker.
And how about this for some body language? Oh dear, oh dear. Don't meet Tommy on a dark night when he's been bowling too well.
So back to his chair. Williams trying to just keep the rhythm here, so he's quite quick into his deliveries. And that one, again, I think he was a little concerned that wasn't coming back to the pocket, but he's got a very nice carry on the pins there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad looking shot at all. Got very much out to the area of the lane where he's been playing. Just a fraction light, and of course it's the 7-pin again that was standing just for a little while, but it sorted out in the end for another strike, so it's still 279 apiece, and we're in the last frame. It's frame number 10.
What a great match.
Match of the day.
Yeah, this has been edge of the seat stuff. We were possibly on for a maximum, but we're certainly on. Now that's gone for a really tight finish here. And, well, you wouldn't bet against it, Cass, going all the way to a 2-frame roll-off.
Or more.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, stop. Well, it's all the way, isn't it? Just out of the pocket as well, but it's carried all 10, and that's another 4 strikes in a row.
And the 2-man Team USA Appreciation Society are hoping to bolster their numbers as this tournament goes on, applauding Tommy Jones.
The pressure moves to Stuart Williams, although Tommy Jones has still got 2 shots left in the 10th. Williams knows he has to strike first ball. As I said earlier, whatever Jones does, Williams has to follow.
But what Jones wants to do here is to set a mark, and by that we mean to record a number that he can be pleased with and that he knows will put pressure on this young man. And Williams, deep in thought, just trying to clear the brain of anything that might get in the way of going through to strike it off the card. And now TJ having a little chat. I think, is he talking to Bernie, our referee?
Well, gamesmanship or what? He's taken a re-rack after the first ball in the 10th. Referee Bernie White says, yeah, of course that's all right to take that. Keeps Stuart Williams sitting even longer back in his chair. He's got to throw this ball sometime before the cameras close down and the lights go out. He knows there's pressure on him as well because he really needs this second strike.
That's one day, Cass, he's going to bowl. At some stage, he's going to bowl.
Well, he's presented himself on the approach. He's got the ball raised up.
It's looking good. Cleared for takeoff. And finally, Tommy Jones gets it away. And that is worth the wait, I think the phrase is.
That was a very valuable ball. Yeah, it now sets him up for the at least 270. He's got 269 scored with 1 ball to go. And the most important thing is, of course, now he's kept Stuart Williams sitting in his chair for a good few minutes, but he knows that Stuart has got to get up and shoot at least 2 strikes to stay in this game. And he won't be rushed, will he? This is real gamesmanship here. They've all seen it before, they've all done it before. They've all been sitting on 279s before.
proper game, this one, and it's not over yet. TJ then trying to set 279 as the mark. There we go, and the very best that Stuart Williams can get from this match now is the opportunity to go into a 2-frame roll-off to claim the point.
Simon, how close was that to a 300 game?
It's just awesome.
He left one single pin standing, and that would have been a 300 game. Tommy Jones loves Barnsley. Well, certainly the Metrodome anyway.
Barnsley.
Pressure time right back on Stuart Williams. He needs 3 strikes or Team USA have won.
Oh, and he gets a bit of luck on the 10-pin. He'll take it as well.
That wasn't luck, that was a great strike, Simon. Come on.
He needs another 2 of those, but just from the point of view of his own peace of mind, he would prefer them to be a little more straightforward than this one. The messenger gets across and does its job. Just a little love tap, as Tim Mack used to call them.
Well, that's the first one. He knows he needs 2 more. Look at Mika, absolutely loves it. He's very much under pressure, he knows it. But what a great game this is.
Fantastic scenes here in Barnsley, this point. Very important to Stuart Williams. Oh, and he's gone Brooklyn for the strike.
He obviously meant that shot to go Brooklyn. It's exhibition time. That was just fantastic.
Taking the strikes any which way. How about this? The wrong side for the right-hander going into the 1-2 pocket, and he's cleaned them all out.
He's inside his mark by about 4 boards, which is about 4 inches. It's gone left, and the head pin has taken down 2 pins at the back there. Just ridiculous. How about that?
I told you Stuart Williams was a character. Forget the nervy interview at the top of this match. Now we're seeing what this young man's all about. This then, to take it to a roll-off, got to be a strike.
Strike for a tie.
No, no, no. In his luck's run out, straight through the head pin. And the point goes begging from Team Europe's point of view. And Tommy Jones does what he's done so many times here in Barnsley, Cass. He's closed the deal.
He kept the game going by returning from that spare and striking off. And unfortunately, it was Stuart Williams that just couldn't hold it until the last ball. 275, 279. What a great game.
Boy, was that close. Fantastic entertainment from Tommy Jones and Stuart Williams. But in the end, it's Tommy Jones that comes up with that vital point, much to the delight of his team captain, Chris Barnes. Well, what a cracking match there. Tommy Jones in the end running out victor 279 to 275, and that means another point for Team USA. They lead 3-2. And after such a dramatic game, time for Tony Wrighton to talk to both protagonists.
What a match between 2 terrific players. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause, because that was match of the day so far. Tommy, congratulations. You just couldn't shake him off, could you?
No, I mean, Stu bowled a great game, you know, early on. I mean, the first 6 frames, he threw it unbelievable. He should have been a lot farther ahead. I didn't bowl so good early on, and then made a few good shots down the road. But, you know, Stu's a great champion, and, you know, he showed that there. He may be from here, but this is still my lane.
Okay, well, I mean, just talk us. I'm loving this fighting talk between the teams this year. This is excellent. Now, you got quite slow there towards the end of that match. Was that tactics, or just simply that you wanted to be totally ready?
Well, you know, in the Baker game, I had a chance to shut him out, and I threw a really bad shot. So I just wanted to get everything, you know, back into rhythm and everything. And, you know, with the temperature change and climate change and everything, my hand's kind of going down a little bit. So I attempted putting a piece of tape in. So just took a second to gather myself and get up there and make 3 good shots.
Yeah, well played, Tommy. Stuart, you sounded quite nervous, actually, before the start of that match, but you visibly grew in confidence throughout.
Yeah, I guess Tommy brings the best out in me. So, I mean, my first 2 shots, I only got 9 in total in practice, so he wasn't looking so good. But Mika made a suggestion to me, and I made a couple of little changes off that, and it looked really good until later on in the game. Once I left the temp, and I knew I had to move a little bit farther inside, and I was just starting to get where Tommy was bowling. So it was just, I mean, if it had been a tie, I'd have been pretty lucky with that 10th frame.
Well, listen, you played terrifically well anyway, so bad luck on that occasion, but well done.
Thank you.
2 near-perfect games from both players, but don't be too disappointed, because after the break, we'll recap the 300 games that have been achieved on this very lane here at the 888 Poker Weber Cup 13.